Welcome back to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. We are here. It is another episode of Raw is Retro. You're watching along on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I'm your host, Ross, and with me, as ever, is Lord Manny Hayes.
The Thirst Trapper Jones.
Yeah, he's settled on one this week. We had a bit of a discussion last week.
But we still haven't got a wheel.
Yeah, you guys need to buy some merch so we can buy a wheel, all right?
Get very disappointed.
The link will be in the description. Go and buy some merch so we can buy a wheel, all right? It's the only way it's going to happen, people. We're not made of
I know there's apps that can do it, but where's the fun in that? A whole wheel would be more fun.
Yeah, you want to get the proper noise. Exactly. We should definitely get one of them, invest in one, and then we can make Eric talk about certain subjects. AEW on 75% of the wheel. But we are here to talk about episode of Raw from the 20th of April 1998 from Long Island, New York, in the Nassau Coliseum. They're almost in their home stadium, close by.
Yeah.
But this is one of those classic stadiums that I always kind of think of when I think back to the old VHS. It would be like the Nassau Coliseum or MSG, something like that.
Mm.
And they give us a pretty good episode of Raw, to be honest.
I mean, this was better than last week.
Well, yeah, compared to last week, is a bloody miracle.
Last week, you're lucky you got a show this week.
Yeah, they're lucky they weren't taken off of air after that. Anyway, yeah, we want to find out why did the dude turn on Austin? We get the Love Shack. It's the start of the Love Shack. Is this the first wrestling kind of chat show thing?
No, because you've got Piper's Pit.
Yeah, I suppose, but I never liked Roddy. Yeah, that's fair enough. But in the modern era, this must be the
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is probably the best example of it this early on. But yeah, a pretty decent little segment. Vince interrupts because he wants to let him know how upset he is that Austin had to have one arm tied behind his back. But he could have beaten the crap out of Austin anyway. But the dude ruined him. I mean, he's going to be fined $5,000.
That doesn't even seem a lot, given that they fined Brock Lesnar $1 million lot.
Yeah, 5,000. I mean, even back then, that wouldn't be a drop in the ocean, would it? To someone like Mankind and Mick Foley's salary, surely it's a load of money.
He seemed quite frugal.
Yeah, well, yeah, saves it all for Christmas, doesn't he? He tells dude never to interfere in his business ever again, and leaves, and that's it. Right? Dude just wants to spread the love. And peace. But how he's doing that, I'm not really sure. By attacking Austin, but fine. But yeah, we get.
I calling people cool cats, and then I got flashbacks to the Tiger King and what was her name?
Carol
Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin, you bitch.
Yeah, we haven't officially got the match announced for Unforgiven yet, which is an issue, as Unforgiven is like this Sunday. But I'm sure it'll just be added to the card with no fanfare, really. Our first match of the night sees Farouk taking on Karma with the Nation of Domination, obviously. The NOD theme's got a little mix-up, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit of a NOD mix, but I like it. We actually get a match. This goes 6 minutes. This is almost half of what we got in the entirety of last week's episode of Raw.
Oh. Which means we're only getting 2-minute matches from then on out. This isn't good.
Yeah, if they're shooting on over this early with 6 minutes, we're in trouble for the rest of this episode. But yeah. This is quite a good match, though. I quite enjoyed this. I like to see Farouk just like kicking ass. I'm looking forward to him like transitioning into him and Bradshaw.
Yeah, Farouk's just in street fight gear, just like
taped up ribs, looking like DDP.
I swear DDP never had a healthy set of ribs in his entire career.
Yeah, always taped up. Don't tape them up. It makes it a target, if anything. Tape somewhere else up that's perfectly fine. I have realised during this match that Karma, or the Godfather, or Charles Wright, he is really bad, isn't he? He's really bad at
No
wrestling.
one said he was a good wrestler.
Well, no, he had good gimmicks all the way through his career, but yeah, he's not very good at wrestling. Good job he's got friends in high places. We'll repeatedly find out in 2021, 2022. Yeah, Farouk takes off his cowboy boot and hits Carmel with it and hits the spine buster
Multiple times. That's like that. I was like, he hit it with a heel, not just like the boot, like the heel, which
the
hurts
proper
most.
hard part of a cowboy boot. Farouk means business. I'm disappointed we don't get the Dominator, but I don't know if we could dominate Karma. Karma's a massive fella, I suppose, isn't he?
Yeah.
We've been pretty tricky. Yeah, 6 minutes, which is a very long time for an episode of Raw. We then get we cut backstage and we watch DX watching themselves taking the piss on DOA's bikes
because they're cool.
Fair enough about it. Those cool dudes. What do they want? They dare Triple H, don't they, to not only show the world his dick, but to piss on the audience as well. Lovely. I'm not down for that. DX come out to the ring. Triple H has got a raincoat on.
This was ridiculous.
Looking
back at this was dumb.
Yeah, like I always thought I really enjoyed DX, but looking back at it now, I really don't.
I've grown up.
Yeah.
And I don't like it, but like I have actually grown up.
Yeah. Triple H sprays the crowd with his big reveal, a giant super soaker. Yeah, and then the LOD and Sonny and Owen Hart come out and interrupt.
He keeps calling Sonny Skanky.
Skanky, yeah. Doesn't even work, does it? It's not right. It doesn't fit.
It does fit when you hear about everything. If you hear all the Stu interviews about it, it definitely fits.
Yeah. Did she kill someone this week in a car accident as well? She's a little bit of a rough time of it recently with all the things that's been going on for her. But I mean, it's kind of most of it's her own making, so my sympathy levels are quite low for her, to be honest. Slaughter makes a match between the two groups for tonight. DX so they want to suck it. So there you go. We get some clips of Dan Severn in the UFC. And I've come to realise that I don't like old UFC. I much prefer the new shiny UFC.
It's very weird. It's very weird, the old UFC.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a legit thing at all.
It looks like a karate competition.
Yeah, it's televised Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
We get a match. We get Mosh and Thrasher, but only one of them's wrestling, taking on Dan Severn. 2 minutes.
Excuse you, Ross. This is the birth of Suplex City.
It was. Yeah, I mean, lots of suplexes and a step over armbar as well. He is the blueprint for Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey at this point.
Yeah.
Scary thought, isn't it? He's got about as much ability on the mic as Ronda, I'm guessing, as well.
I'm really we've taped this in advance, but I know this lead up to WrestleMania Backlash is gonna be awful.
Yeah. If Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair could just have their match and without anyone having to watch it ever again and just let it happen and tell me who wins, that'd be perfect. But no, it's going to be on the main event, isn't it? I'm going to have to watch it. Can't stand either of them. But I can't stand Ronda even more, basically. Charlotte's the more likable one of this, and that's a ridiculous thing to say.
Yeah.
We cut back to Kevin Kelly, who's still alone trying to get his breath back. He speculates that Taker is heading back to Nassau Coliseum now. Just
to point out, Kevin Kelly, I know Marcus isn't here, but Kevin Kelly deserved everything he got here. Me and Marcus will stand by it.
We get Tafka Goldust taking on Bradshaw. I was looking forward to this when I knew this match was happening because that's just two big lads that can beat the shit out of each other. And they get almost 5 minutes. So, I mean, we're up to almost 11 minutes of action in the first hour of Raw.
We've almost surpassed what happened last week.
Yeah, and we've not even got to the Warzone part of this wrestling yet. There's like two more matches go. 3 matches, actually. 3 more matches that actually finish. It's astonishing. This is quite a good match as well until the old club kamikaze come out and interfere.
I'm not being funny, but Club Kamikaze does sound like a really good place to be.
That sounds fun, doesn't it?
It's
Somewhere
not.
in Yakuza.
It's not quite the Copacabana, but it sounds very cool.
Yeah, I bet the drinks aren't free at Club Kamikaze. You've definitely got to pay for them.
You get thrown in your face.
I like this though. It's kind of like a drive-by from Kamikaze taking on Bradshaw, like just out of nowhere. These three little dudes.
They just left.
Yeah, just did it off the go. I like it. I'm going to enjoy them, especially when they get mixed up with Val Venus and the upcoming months. It's going to be fun. That's the end of Raw. We're into the War Zone now. And Austin kicks off the second hour. He's got no time for his corner, though. He gets straight into action. What does he say? He talks about Dude Love, doesn't he? And Vince, basically. And he gets in the way. He gets into it with the cameraman and Tony Chimmel, and it's just had enough.
I forget how long Chimmel has been in the company.
Yeah. I always thought Chimmel was like a SmackDown 6 era guy.
Yeah, I've always thought it was the Fink for like forever till he died.
Until Lillian appeared. Basically, it was Fink, Lillian, and Chimmel was on SmackDown. But no, 98 Tony Chimmel. Fair play to him. The team of the Endless Midnight Express are back, and they take on the Funks again this week. This is Dude Love's fault because Funk's got no Cactus Jack to team with anymore.
Yes, but Scorpio Flash Funk has been given some relevance now.
True, yeah. Put him in Terry Funk. I mean, I had no idea who Terry Funk was in 97 and 98. I didn't ever know he was this like legendary guy from wrestling past. He just seemed like this crazy old man.
Little did I know who he is now. It's like, my eye! And then he'd come back and kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no more Flash Funk. Flash Funk is dead. He is just Scorpio now, apparently. Not even Too Cold Scorpio, just Scorpio.
I'm pretty sure they named him Too Cold Scorpio.
Yeah, definitely. JR can't help himself. He used to get the Hardy Boys mixed up. He definitely is not just remember just to call him Scorpio. He's definitely been Too Cold Scorpio the whole time.
Yeah.
This is a really good match. This is really good tag team wrestling. Which makes it sounds weird to say about Bodacious Bart and Bombastic Bob, but they have a good match.
But the match went 7 minutes. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, what is happening? We're getting wrestling on our wrestling show.
What 2-minute matches? What is this?
Scorpio tries for the moonsault, hits Bob's knees, but thinks, sorry, I'll just hit the 450 instead. And Bob doesn't get his knees up for that, and they get the free count. Funks are on a roll. They can't be stopped.
It's believed that Paul Bearer and Kane have arrived in the hearse.
Oh yeah, the hearse is here. Yeah, yeah. We get a Val Venus vignette, of course. How long till he actually debuts, Val?
It'd be quicker than Veer arrived.
We should be tracking this. We should have a little counter.
Although we made reference to the last time, I think 2 months ago when Marcus was on, where we got a Tiger Ali Singh promo.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen him since. There hasn't even been following promo shots.
Not even a mention. Everyone switched off when that came on, that's why. So they just looked at it and thought, nah, not worth it. Cole brings out Sable for an interview in an evening gown because that's what she wears every week on Raw. She says she couldn't care less if Luna takes every stitch of clothing off her body as long as she gets his hands on Luna, which, I mean, for 14-year-old Ross watching this, fine. Happy with that. Not a problem. JR takes a shot at WCW's pay-per-view and then tells us that clothes are coming off this Sunday. That should be the tagline for Unforgiven. The clothes are off.
I'm so glad that we chose not to watch this.
Yeah.
On paper, this is just going to be awful.
Yeah, I've no idea what happens. I'm going to look forward to reading the spoilers for this. The hearse driver gets out of his car and opens up the back, and who is there? It's Paul Bearer and Kane. They're all dirty
boys.
Yeah, a wash at least. It's a big limo. There's definitely bottles of water in there. We get a match. We get another match, which goes almost 10 minutes. Ridiculous. It's the Outlaws and Triple H. So DX, effectively. I don't know why they have to be announced separately.
It took a
Taking on
very long time for X-Pac to have his first match.
it did actually. Yeah, what are we now? 3-4 weeks in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to go on. Maybe he's injured. Who knows? He'll be around for a long time. Yeah, they're taking on LOD and Owen Hart with Sonny. A really good match this week. It's a proper good back and forth match between two. I mean, mainly Triple H and Owen, but there's a lot of Outlaws in there as well. Just whenever LOD get involved,
China
I don't
also
care.
kidnapped Sonny.
Yeah, poor Sonny. Yeah, China's a dangerous woman, and yeah, Sonny. She's not a wrestler, is she?
No, very evident that she isn't a wrestler.
Yeah, but yeah, Owen gets a sharpshooter on. He hits his Insiguri of death. There's a Fameasser. There's a hot tag to Animal because that's all the LOD can do is hot tags
That's
at this
all
point.
Animal does is receive
Yeah.
the hot tag.
X-Pac hits Animal with a chair from behind, and Gunn sneaks in and gives Animal a pile driver for the win, and DX win. Like an actual good match.
I wouldn't say good.
Uh,
More a match.
a long match.
A long match that happened.
Paul Bearer and Kane have dug up the parents, apparently.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Shit is about to go down.
Uh-oh.
They're out on the ramp after the commercial break. They've got the caskets with them. Yeah, this is your proper your magic stuff. I love all this.
I don't like any of this.
Do you not?
No. It just doesn't work.
What, Kane taking a choke slam to his mother's casket?
Yes. Just seems ridiculous.
When Bearer says, "Rest in peace with your dead mama." Come on, what a line! What a line! Yeah, it's a long segment. It is drawn out for a long time. They've obviously got time to fill this week because they gave the matches a long time, and they give
All
these
Paul
segments.
Bearer segments seem to go on really long though.
Yeah,
all of them.
He does take his time to get to his point, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude Love versus Steve Blackman. It's our main event.
Why is Steve Blackman in the main event?
What's Shamrock doing? He's too busy to main event Raw. Vince joins commentary. Talks about the conspiracy theory about Austin and Dude conspiring against Vince, which I quite like. Vince is the original Sami Zayn at this point.
We joked earlier I think on the WrestleMania watch along.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we've seen someone apply a bear hug and win. It's been a long time, I think, ever since I've seen someone win off of an abdominal stretch.
I've never seen it.
I mean, they obviously pulled in the screw job, but like an abdominal stretch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a very weird end to a match. Blackman has no idea. I don't know if they told him that that's how it was going to end because he looks genuinely pissed that that's how this match ended.
This match was awful.
Yeah, almost 4 minutes. But yeah, Austin comes out anyway. He runs through Dude, charges after Vince, beats Vince up a bit, beats Dude up a bit. The Stooges come down. Austin takes both of those out with a stunner as Vince runs away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, a wild end to what was an actual wrestling show. Compared to last week, 10 out of 10.
Compared to last week, yeah, this is a 5-star show. But if you were really to go back and rewatch it, it's an average Raw.
Yeah, I mean, we got long matches, which some of them didn't need to go as long as they did, but we got matches at least. I do like to see wrestling on my wrestling shows occasionally. Just occasionally. But yeah, so MVP, Manny, who's your MVP tonight?
This is very tough.
Yeah.
It's very tough. I'm going to give it to the Funks.
Okay, yeah, as a collective.
As a collective.
I like it. I'm going to give mine to Farouk for hitting a man with a shoe. Always a fan of shoe-based offense. Match of the night. We've got a few to choose from.
It's gonna be after the DX versus LOD and Owen Hart.
Yeah,
It's gonna have to be that.
It was a good match. There was actual like wrestling involved in it, not just shenanigans. There was good stuff and shenanigans, obviously, always because Xbox there. But yeah, there was some good stuff. Owen Hart just looks so good and so crisp in the ring against anyone. Basically, he's so good. Are we getting? I wonder if we get him versus Xbox at any point in some sort of feud, because that would be really good.
I think we would, because DX is eventually feuds with the Nation again, don't they?
Oh yeah, so, yeah. They must get those two matched up. Looking forward to that. That'd be good matches. My match of the night. I'm going to go Goldust and Bradshaw, because I just love two big dudes beating the shit out of each other. Yeah, and then we get the little Chinese fellas or Japanese fellas attacking them from out of nowhere and then running off. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Kind entire drive-by. All for it. But there we go. That is an end to this week's episode of Raw is Retro from the 20th of April 1998. You can find us on YouTube at The Sharpshooters, which is where you're watching this. I don't need to tell you, but go and tell other people to subscribe to that channel. We're getting close to 200, I think. We were last time I looked.
Yeah, and there is a Last Dragon watch along, which I begrudgingly don't want to watch. But it's apparently once we hit 200, it's stop what you're doing.
Oh, really? It's happening.
Stop what you're doing, and it's happening.
Fair enough. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Open up multiple fake accounts and just subscribe, just to see if Manny have to watch The Last Dragon. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Just search The Sharpshooters or Sharpies Network. We're all across all these platforms. You'll find us there. You can talk to us. We'll get involved. Get in the mid-card mess if you're not already. And email the show at thesharpshooters@gmail.com. We love emails. It's not a thing on podcasts anymore, emails, but we do really love to still listen from people that are watching.
It's really difficult to compose an email these days.
It is, because most of mine at work are like literally, hello, here's your purchase order, thanks. That's it. Like, I don't put anything else in emails to people anymore. That is all I do. So, yeah, I might email in Saturday. I might dig up some old ones or make up a new one and try and get some emails going. Like, maybe I'll start a thread on the mid-card mess to get the emails sent in. Should have like a mailbag episode once a month.
Thing is, it's only the Disman that emails us recently, and occasionally, like El Luchador will. But
yeah, I need to bring out my old tagline: "The old murder is murder." I'll use that for a while. I was going to speak to you about the Benoit conspiracy theory thing. Did you see that on Facebook this week? But that's a whole wormhole we don't need to get into right now. That's not for this time or this place, but we'll do it at some point.
But if you want to talk about it, there's the comment section down below.
Yeah. Or email your conspiracy theories about Chris Benoit to the sharpshooters@gmail.com. We're going to get to him eventually. 2 more years and he'll rock up on Raw.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get to there eventually. But until then, it's a goodbye from me and it's a goodbye from Manny, and we'll see you next week. Bye!